Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire was certainly the movie with the most fights between giant monsters, but not only that, it was also the Monsterverse film with the highest number of Kaijus in a single movie. In this video, I'll list the 16 Kaijus that appeared in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Are you curious to know? Then stay tuned with me until the end of this video. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Nerds Insights, your channel for daily nerd news. Some time ago, I made a video with the 10 confirmed Titans in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, but now that I've watched the movie, I can confirm that there were 16 Titans in total. But hold on a minute. I know there are differences between Titans and monsters. While monsters are just monsters and do not greatly affect the normal flow of the Earth, Titans, simply by existing, present a level of danger that can alter the natural flow or the laws of physics on meteoric scales just by existing. But in this video, I'm including everyone, okay? So go ahead and leave your atomic breath on the like button and also comment before watching the video. How many Kaijus were you able to count in total in this movie? 1. Kong. I'm going to list them in order of appearance, who appeared first and who appeared last, and the first to appear was Kong for sure. Kong in Hollow-Earth, fleeing from other monsters that will be next on this list. And we've already noticed that this is a different Kong, a much more humanized Kong, an older, more experienced Kong, an incredibly intelligent Kong who is capable of communicating with humans, but he prefers to communicate with Jia. He understands sign language and can set traps so he doesn't have to fight the other monsters that exist in Hollow-Earth, so we see a very mature and experienced Kong in combat. 2. War Dogs. The War Dogs were the first to be confirmed, both in the Godzilla x Kong: The Hunted comic and also in the first trailers of the movie Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, and they're playing the role of hunters. They are beasts that seek to feed and are always chasing Kong and Kong, setting up a trap for them. We see that there is kind of a leader of the War Dog pack, so they act like wolves there in Hollow-Earth, and after this first part of the movie, they appear and are not seen again. 3. Godzilla. Godzilla also appeared at the beginning of the movie, already getting into a fight, or rather, into a paw and teeth fight with Scylla, who is next on this list, and shortly after, he takes a nap right there inside the Colosseum in Rome, because the fight was so easy. And in my opinion, the main problem with the movie was this very thing, how easy the fights were. I thought Godzilla vs. Tiamat would be a huge fight, but it wasn't. Godzilla's atomic breath is too overpowered and he defeats anyone with that attack. So there was Godzilla there, having his spotlight. Godzilla evolved. Pink Godzilla, Godzilla challenging Shirmu, Godzilla breaking Scar's weapon, Godzilla incredibly strong and powerful as always, showing once again why he is the king of the monsters. So Godzilla making his special appearance in this movie, which we know is about Kong. 4. Scylla. Scylla also made her special appearance in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire by getting slapped in the face by Godzilla and being defeated quite easily. For someone who had last appeared in Godzilla King of the Monsters bowing to Godzilla, we still don't understand exactly why they were fighting in this new movie, but since they were fighting, that's what we're trying to comment on. They fought in Rome. Scylla took an atomic breath right into her mouth, exploded and died. That was her participation. 5. Titanus Doug. Titanus Doug was already confirmed for this movie for a while. He made his second appearance in the Monsterverse. If you don't remember this scene, I'll describe it to you, since I can't show it for obvious reasons. While Kong was eating and feeling a huge toothache, he heard a kind of strange noise, like a call, and then his food started to be stolen. When he went to see who was stealing his food, it was Titanus Doug himself. This little guy is very bold. He stole Kong's food and Kong fought to get his food back, but then Kong got distracted and Doug took Kong's lunch away. That was Titanus Doug's participation. He had a few more seconds of screen time than he did in Godzilla vs. Kong, where he only appeared eating a rock creature, but this time, he stole Kong's food. I'm laughing so hard here. He stole Kong's food and left. 6. Parrot Frog. Another monster that had a very quick special appearance was the parrot frog. Do you remember when I said in the previous topic that Kong had heard a noise before Titanus Doug stole his food? Well, that noise was made by this little creature. It had been leaked in an image a while back, but we didn't know if it was real or not. I even said that I didn't think it was real, but it is real, and it disappeared there for about 5 seconds in the movie. 7. Titanus Zuko. This one also speaks for itself. He had an incredible participation, extremely important feats. Titanus Zuko was necessary in this movie because besides guiding Kong to Scar's lair with a trap, trying to get rid of him, we saw the connection that Kong and Zuko were building in the movie. Zuko helped Kong afterward, and Zuko being the great hero of this movie, breaking the crystal that controlled Titanus Shirmu. So Zuko, extremely charismatic, great character. I liked him a lot. I hope to see more of him in future Monsterverse films. 8. Kong's Warriors. Kong's warriors are those Kongs who went after our original Kong to try to capture him. They are the ones who fought with him and are the ones who actually make up Scar's army. So they are the Kongs who fight, okay? We have 3 types of Kongs, and I'll talk about the other types of Kong species later when they appear in the movie. So Kong's warriors are those with white markings who fight using weapons in favor of Scar King's ideals. 9. Shan Serpent. The sea serpent, as I'm calling it, is the one that Suko leads Kong to as a trap. However, this is one of the best scenes in the whole movie. Kong is very badass. He manages to defeat the serpent and even throws the axe in front of Suko, making him stumble so he can't escape. This scene was very cool, very hilarious, and the serpent didn't even stand a chance, but since it appeared, it has to be on this list too. Many people thought it was Mothra flying over Kong in this scene, but it wasn't. 10. Tiamat. When I heard that Godzilla was going to Tiamat's territories, I freaked out in the cinema seat. I really didn't expect Tiamat to appear in this movie. Anyone who knows a little more about Tiamat knows how strong and powerful of a kaiju he is and the trouble he has given Godzilla in the past. But in this movie, it was totally the opposite. Tiamat, in his pink coloring, his stronger radiation, didn't stand a chance against Godzilla. Godzilla defeated Tiamat with just one attack. It wasn't even 15 seconds of fighting. This was Godzilla's most powerful form without a doubt because he defeated everyone very easily. So that was Tiamat's participation in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. 11. Larger and smaller flying creatures. Guys, I couldn't remember the name of these monsters. I didn't even search much on forums and sites and I couldn't remember the name of these titans. They are the ones that appear alongside the monarchs Vatos in Hollow-Earth, accompanying them and also helping in the final battle there, attacking Scar, Shirmu and their army, and it releases a shock too. I can't remember its name. If you remember, please put it in the comments for me because I can't remember, but from what I'm saying, you should know who it is. 12. Kong slaves. Kong's slaves are those workers in Scar's lair. Remember I said there are 3 different species in Kong's tribe? In addition to the warriors, we have these workers. I don't know what they were doing because there's nothing to do in that lair besides carrying rocks back and forth. There's nothing to do there, but they were doing something. 13. Female Kongs. And to finish with this complete Kong tribe, we have the female Kongs. They are smaller than the male Kongs, a little thinner too. They have a more scared expression than the others and they are there in the lair doing something. It wasn't clear what they were doing. Nothing was clear in that lair. Why are people carrying rocks? Carrying rocks for what? To build what? This guy already had a throne. Let me tell you, Scar King is very weird. Jesus. 14. Scar King. Well, Scar King is no surprise to anyone that he would appear in the movie. He was everywhere, in all the sports, all the trailers, all the images, and he was, by far, the weakest villain in the Monsterverse, along with the Skullcrawler. He didn't pose any threat, there was no danger, there was no new empire, so he's a villain that we can forget ever existed. 15. Titanus Shirmu. Legendary tried to hold back the existence of Titanus Shirmu until the last minute, but it seems that after all, they released so much about Titanus Shirmu that it doesn't even seem like they tried to hide it before. I didn't understand why so much drama. I even got a strike because of the image of Titanus Shirmu, but that's life. It wasn't at all what we expected. It was a titan that wasn't utilized, had no charisma at all. She and Adore were the same thing and we hope she has a better participation, maybe even a solo film telling her origin story in the future Monsterverse films. 16. Queen of the Titans. Mothra. It's Mothra, right guys? It had been leaked a long time ago. I brought it here to the channel and Mothra was there. There was no explanation of how she was there. We didn't even see if she came out of an egg or not. She just came out and went straight to her mission of not letting anyone pass through the portal, obeying the magic. It was totally random, totally nonsensical, but it was really cool. It was really fun to see Mothra there, breaking up the fight between Kong and Godzilla. So let's forget about the explanation part and just enjoy what we saw on the screen. I know there were other smaller monsters that appeared briefly during the movie and they weren't very important, but I tried to separate here only those that actually did something in the movie and not just there for the scenery. But let me know if I missed any, or if everyone was here on this list, and of course, subscribe to the channel too because we have news videos every day and I guarantee that if you're subscribed with the bell activated, you'll be very well informed. See you later, alligator.